Okay, give OBS like 20 seconds while I faff around and just talk and wave my hands like an absolute buffoon. And then I shall get into inicianto ridere vuyo pointo. I don't know, something along the lines of whatever the fuck just came out my mouth. Give me. Right, yeah, it's good time. It's good time. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Some more Omniscient Reader's Viewpoints. Picking up from where we left off last time with Nirvana Fellow here cooking up. I mean, that first panel there was last time, so let's just scrolling down just a little bit. And yeah, I don't really have much to say. Let's just get into it, I suppose. Episode 152, Chapter 26, Scenario Destroyer, Part 9. What trickery is this? It's nothing, really. It's just the power of the story. What? You said so yourself, that how strong or weak you are is decided by the story. It's your fault that you didn't invest any points into melee skills this time around. Serves you right for only going after Jun Hyuk's weakness. I know your name. It's Dr. Kim. Are we introducing ourselves? Fine, Nirvana Mebius. It seems you finally feel like talking. A few nebula warned me that I should watch out for you. However, I didn't expect that I'd be running into you now. They regained their calm so quickly. What else would I What else would I expect from a reincarnator? A few nebulae. I sure must have caught their attention. How did you obtain such a powerful mental barrier? The only person who was impervious to my thought infection was Anna Croft. That's a name we haven't heard in a little while. Anna Croft? She must have gone to the reincarnator already. Figures. She'd even go as far as to sell her soul to save the world. You know the Prophet. Constellation, the Monitor of Fire, is showing interest in your conversation. Who the hell are you? Are you also a regressor? Or... Constellation, Secretive Plotter, is quietly observing the situation. The filter on spoiling should be lifted about now, and Constellation should be finding out information on the regressors and reincarnators. Those in the Great Nebula must already know all of this. You intrigue me. That's not an easy task, as I've lived for over hundreds of years. You talk too much. That's why you'll never get Jun Hyuk to join you. But I'd gladly accept you into my church instead. I would have accepted that offer even a moment ago, but I'm afraid I have to refuse now. A constellation who recites Buddhist scriptures in penance, is curious as to what you mean. It's because one of my supporters hates your supporting Constellation's guts. Constellation Prisoner Golden Headband is expressing hostility toward Nirvana Mebius' supporting Constellation. A little bit of teen spirit. Sorry. I wanted to make at least one one terrible Nirvana joke. I made one in the description of the last video. It was terribly done, so you might not even have caught it. The Monkey King. What's he following you around for? How should I know? You've made me even more curious. Join me! And Jun Hyuk too, of course! I said I don't want to. Aren't you curious to know the secrets of the world? I can even help you survive after this world has come to an end, regardless of whether you failed or the scenario or not. Hey, that's quite an attractive offer. I shall allow you to become one with me! Of course, that'd only be the case if I wasn't a reader. Oh. Past lives, I presume. Oh, or not. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense, actually, yeah. Those are the faces of people who have become one with Nirvana. Just shut up and come at me, you perv. If you refuse, I'll just have to take you by force. I'm up against a reincarnator. Since they've lived many lives repeatedly, they shouldn't have a far superior sense of combat than I do. They should have, not shouldn't. Why can't I read? I'll quickly catch on to my moves if I drag this fight out. And I'll end up severely disadvantaged. Then, the only answer is to end this fight right before that happens. Activating the personal skill, Miniaturization, level 1. Your body is decreased in size due to miniaturization's effect. Your equipped items have been reduced in size to fit your miniaturized body. The duration of the skill has been reduced due to low skill level. The maximum duration of miniaturization is 2 minutes. You even know petty tricks like this? We'll see how petty it is soon. I choose the 5th bookmark, Kyrgios Rodgraim. Your physical traits have been confirmed to be similar to the chosen character. The skill cannot be used to the full effect, as the character's skill level surpasses yours. The level of the skill being used has been adjusted accordingly. Personal skill, Electrification level 10 has been activated. Going fucking Super Saiyan. Holy fuck. Also, RIP, Akira Toriyama. Start praying that you be born as a human again. They're still alive? After that? No matter how powerful Nirvana is, there's no way they're stronger than Kyrgios at this point in time. The Lotus. That stigma. He shouldn't be able to use it yet because of the plausibility restriction. You've made me use my memories at a time like this. Story payment. They're buying the power of a constellation, using the story they created as payment. We shall meet again. For daring to fight against the present, you will be punished in the most grueling way possible. You're not getting in there. Yeah, didn't think so. Character, Nirvana Mebius has used the stigma, No Ownership, level 7. No ownership? A stigma that lets the user forget a part of their memory to escape from danger? Stop! Constellation Prison of the Golden Headband is overjoyed by your victory. You've been gifted 10,000 coins. Master! Master, where have you gone? Our leader has lost. Who is that incarnation? Wait, that face. Could he be the ugliest king? Poor guy. Whatever. Say what you like about me. Hey, you alright? It feels like as if my muscles have been torn apart. What about the reincarnator? They ran away. Pathetic. You let them get away? You could have helped out at least. Gosh, you were never there when I needed you the most. We have to hurry after them. Their goal isn't to clear the scenario. I know that, you punk. Oh wait, I think that's the other way around actually, never mind. And why did you let them go? If we don't get them before this tense scenario ends, Soul will... Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire has come to their senses at last. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire wants to explain to you why they're here. Come to think of it, Uriel is Huiwan supporting Constellation. But they're here instead of being with Huiwan. And we've lost contact with Huiwan on top of that. Then that means... Constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire is in need of your help. Oh, I love that it's burning a little bit as well. That's kind of tight. Yeah, it seems like part of my assumptions from last time might be in the correct field of the correct field of assumption. What the fuck was I saying? Jesus Christ, man. I swear I don't have a gun. Okay, I'll stop. Nirvana's gone. Juwon, do you know where Huiwon is by any chance? It's no use asking her. Junhyuk, protect me. What? I'll focus my consciousness and sink slowly into sleep. I guess I've gotten pretty used to doing this now. I need to look for the voice. The voice that's calling out for me. I told them to think of me if something went amiss. They in trouble? Okja. Okja. I found it. Third person observer's viewpoint. Whoa, what the fuck? That red fire. This is... There's no doubt about it. It's Huiwon's Hellflame's ignition. Thought so. Relieved she must be alive. She must still be alive. But... this isn't Huiwon's perspective I'm seeing through. Yeah. As I thought. As I thought. Damn it. Nirvana must have gone to her already. Yes, even Junhyuk fell under their power. And who was it that called me? Very good question. Who is it? Oh, it's... Hyunsong. Huiwon! Don't you dare do anything to Hyunsong, man. Episode 153. Chapter 27. Unreadable. That's not a fucking... That title doesn't bode well. Oh, man. Come on. Come on, that's not... That title's not fair. Yeah, this is kind of what I thought was going to happen. I imagined the group would ended up fractured, with some of them being corrupted by Nirvana and others not. So yeah, it's playing out the way I thought it would. Huiwon! Hyunsong? Looking around, I don't think they're in a location where I could help them. If I don't do anything, Hyunsong will be killed. Huiwon is under the control of thought infection. Damn it! What should I do now? You're fucking asking me, bro? What are you doing, falling asleep like that? Did he just punch me to wake me up? Wait, he hit me. That's right. I really don't want to, but if I were to save the two... Hey, can you hit me again? And do it really hard. What? No, wait. Just kill me right now. There are a few that ended up sticking with you. There was such a saying. There are a few sayings that end up sticking with you. There was such a saying for Hyunsong as well. For example, something that he heard his professor say during his freshman year in college. Everyone, you have to become creative. Think outside the box. You need to become someone who can get up... Who can get up this moment. Who can get up... Oh yeah, okay, makes sense. Who can get up this moment and barge out of this auditorium. Go, look for something you really want to do. So, how am I supposed to do that? From the looks of it, you're born to be a soldier. Why didn't you apply to become an officer? I wonder how his life would have turned out. He hadn't heard the executive say that to him. For someone who found fitting into society and mingling with others difficult, the army was like a second home to him. When Hyunsong returned to the army, accepted as an officer, this is what the executive officer said to him. Lieutenant Lee, just go by the book if you don't know what to do. Then, no one will hold you accountable. But what am I supposed to do at a time like this? I don't have a book to guide me in a situation like this. Yeah, I don't think your military training sets you up for your friend who has gone psychotic, who can burn a city to the ground. Yeah, I don't think, you know, you're typically prepped for these types of things, you know. I had a much easier time running around chanting cadences. Do I need a fighter? Would I be able to stop her? Ah! Help me! Huiwan! Snap out of it! What am I supposed to do at a time like this? What am I supposed to do at a time like this, Doctor? Consolation, Master of Steel is watching you silently. Please, give me an answer, Doctor! Hyun-Sung. Voice. Am I hearing things? You hear me? Doctor? First, why don't we think about that while running away? We have two options right now. One is to kill Huiwan. Yep, and what's the other? That sounds familiar. Is the second option to keep running like this? That's right. Then I'll go with the third option as always. Hyun-Sung. There is no third option this time. Think outside the box, Hyun-Sung. Think outside the box. Do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I know, like, just somehow subdue her. You don't gotta kill her, just subdue her. And then, I don't know, someone can figure the rest out. I don't know. Yeah, I can't. As soon as, like, Hyun-Sung mentioned the third option, there won't be one. There is no third option. There is no third option. Not today. Not on this day. There will never be another third option. Ever again. Episode 154, Chapter 27, Unreadable, Part 2. I hate you sometimes, Doctor. Fuck you. Of course, there is a third way. However, it requires some time. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint Level 2 is currently activated. First person supporting active POV is currently unstable. I can't believe the person who is using Hell's Flame Ignition is Huiwan. This is looking really bad. No, it would be any different if it were someone else. Even if Hyun-Sung doesn't kill Huiwan now, Huiwan's mana will end up overflowing and killing her. This is exactly what Nirvana had planned. Why do you always have to be like that? You want me to kill Huiwan? That's the kind of advice you have for me? Judge of Evil, Huiwan is strong. I didn't realize just how strong she was when she was an ally. But I can see for sure now she's standing on the other side. Even if she doesn't use Time of Judgment, she has Demon Slaying. On top of that, she's capable of using Uriel's Hell Flame Ignition ruthlessly. She's, in fact, the most powerful one of the allies that I've gathered. Even stronger than Sangha with Olympus' support. Shit. Wait, Hyun-Sung! I refuse to accept such a solution! Snap out of it, Huiwan! Huiwan! Hyun-Sung, if you run, at least one of you will be able to live. No! No one will hold you accountable, even if you run away. I don't want to! I thought you considered me as the standard you should strive for. If so, then do as I say. That's not the kind of book I want to go by. I can't just give up that easily. No matter how bad the result may be. Even if it means I'll die here and now. I see. Well done. Because that is the third option. He's lost his fucking hands, Doctor. Like, man's hands have melted. Dude, stop saying that. The third option wasn't something I could just order him to do. It was something that Hyun-Sung had to decide for himself. like, I'm going to drink some water. Oh, fuck off, hiccups. Peculiar. Anyway, right. It's a way of doing things that you figured out without going by the book. I wasn't sure myself that this would work. But I still chose to go through with it. Because I sensed a faint bit of pity for Huiwan that Hyunsung had in his heart. You got this. Thank you for everything, Mr. Doctor. Oh my god, look at the burns. There's no need to thank me, because we're only just getting started. Master of Steel, the most indomitable being of the Star Stream. Constellation Master of Steel is heeding your call. Isn't it about time you answered me? Give your incarnation a chance. Constellation Master of Steel remains silent. I know. You fear taking on the aftermath of probability. But how much longer are you gonna walk on eggshells around the other nebula? Are you gonna just keep watching until the scenario reaches an apocalypse? Constellation Master of Steel acknowledges Hyunsung Lee's courage. Constellation Master of Steel says it's not time yet. Constellation Master of Steel believes that Hyunsung Lee won't be able to handle his story. I will bear it with him. Constellation Master of Steel is looking at you. Constellation Master of Steel nods their head. Character Hyunsung Lee is preparing to evolve his attribute. A story is required for an attribute evolution. Constellation Master of Steel has granted putting his story to the test. Story, Proof of Steel, has begun. Whoa, what the fuck? Character Hyunsung Lee has activated the skill, Steel Transformation. Who is this like? This reminds me of, I believe it's an X-Man. Well, it's a mutant from the X-Men series that can make themselves made of steel. Fuck, I should know who this is. I feel like their name's really obvious as well. Oh well, I can't remember. It's on the fucking tip of my tongue. Oh my god, why can I not remember? Because I know it's like really obvious and like really simple. Ah!
Why is Hyunsung called the Steel Blade? I've never seen him use any blades.
Despite that, Hyunsung's nickname was the Steel Blade. Hyunsung doesn't need a blade, because he himself is the sword. Steel Transformation. On this first level, armor is activated. But that in and of itself is powerful enough. Oh, I'm alive? This is the real stigma that you must master. The chosen stigma can only be used by someone who has established a story. The problem is that the stigma's first level hasn't fully kicked in yet. Steel Transformation is not yet complete. Every supporting constellation provides an incarnation with a stigma. While some are simply bestowed upon them as gifts, others have difficult conditions that must be met before they can be used. The first Proof of Steel has now begun. Steel Transformation is one of those stigmas with a difficult condition. Proof of Steel 1. True steel is born only after tens of thousands of quenches. What does this mean? Quenching is the process of cooling metal after heating it to a high temperature. Don't tell me. Yes, that's right. You better keep your head straight. Constellation Prisoner Golden Headband is showing interest in this story. Constellation Defense Master wonders how powerful they are in comparison. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is clasping their hands anxiously. Just a little more. The temperature has exceeded standard values. Bingo. The quenching has begun. Proof of Steel. Hell yeah. We get the Hyunsong training arc. Real. Terrible joke. Terrible joke. I've actually already lost. I actually don't know what the fuck episode. What chapter did I start on today? I'm genuinely gonna have to go real quick look back and check. Good God. Speaking of which, while I'm not reading, if you've made it this far, we're only about halfway through. You should just hit the sub button. It'd be really cool. You know, or like at least, you know, because you've stuck around this far. You might as well comment too. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah, do those things. Yeah. Yeah, when did I start? 152 is it? No, 151. No, well, yeah, I started today at 152. Fantastic. I was just checking so I can keep an eye on how many I'm reading. Purely for the purpose of just, yeah, knowing how many I've read so I can title the video properly. I also thought, in my head I was like, it's Sunday today. It's not Sunday today when I'm recording this, it's fucking Saturday. So, extra day to record stuff for this week. Wonderful. Yeah, the temperature has exceeded standard values. Let's get back into it, shall we? Episode 155, Chapter 27, Unreadable, Part 3. Quenching is the foundation to making great steel. And this story needs to withstand an excess amount of heat, until his body becomes as hard as steel. We're lucky that Hyunsong isn't evil. Hold it. You can do it. I can't forgive them. They must die. Humans like me must all die. Character Huiwon-jeong is under the influence of thought infection. Character Huiwon-jeong has lost their power to reason. Character Huiwon-jeong's trauma is out in the open. That son of a... They've really done a number on her mind. They rattled up all of her past traumas, starting with what happened in Gumho Station. Is this... What is Huiwon thinking right now? Can you hear her? Well, a little. Is this one of your powers, Mr. Doctor? Yes, it's a skill of mine. And I realized Hyunsong could also hear the messages that I get through Omniscient Reader's viewpoint. Could it be because I'm in first person mode? I'm sorry for having kept it a secret from you. I'm a little embarrassed. Did you read my thoughts as well? He might have. Looks like we need to try to overpower her first. But wouldn't that end up hurting her? Probably, but only mentally. Just as expected of Hyunsong. We have the shorter end of the stick and he's worried about her. Best way to go about this would be to either kill Nirvana or resolve Huiwon's traumas. The former is impossible right now. The most likely option would be to go with the latter. Mr. Doctor! Let's try. Oh? Hey, yo? We won! We will save you! We won! Character Hyunsong Lee has reached his mental capacity. Constellation Master of Steel is looking at his incarnation with pity. Hyunsong, let me take control for a little while. Personal skill, the fourth wall is shaking. First person's supporting actor POV is in full effect. The heat. My skin. Is this the pain that Hyunsong has been enduring? We won! We'll all die if we carry on like this. We won! No, not we won. Hyunsong will end up dying! And it'll still be Hyunsong's voice, even though Doctor's in control, because, you know, it's his fucking body. Are you just gonna let Hyunsong die like this? Damn it! It's too hard! 3 more steps! Now 2! And... Mr. Doctor... let me do it. I have to be the one to do it. The will of steel reacts to you. We won. Excuse me for a second. Constellation, demonic judge of fire, is flustered by the sudden display of camaraderie. I mean, I imagine that would probably burn her because the metal would be really hot, but I'll let that slide. I don't want to ruin the moment. He says, ruining the moment. What's he done? Story. The first proof of steel has been completed. The hell did he do?
I can't breathe.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'll let you go now.
Thank you.
It's nothing.
Was there someone else here with you?
What? Well, never mind. That doesn't matter all that much.
But first, hurry and get me out of this thing. There's not much time.
Huh? Is something wrong?
Doctor, you're listening right now, aren't you? Sangha is in danger right now.
Your body awakes due to great shock. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint level 3 has been deactivated. I wonder what the... Because, like, we've only seen level 3 of ORV, right? The hell of the higher levels of this thing are that going to do? Like, imagine, like, level 4. If level 3 is the ability to, like, you know... do the first person thing. Like, imagine if this gets to, like, higher levels. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Yes. Scooby whoop. Episode 156, Chapter 27. Unreadable, Part 4. Huh? Something's not right. Why won't the resurrection message display? You cannot receive the reward for Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint level 3 since your connection to first person supporting active POV is unstable. God, she startled me. Doctor, are you dead? Oh, I get it. I was never dead to begin with. I was just hit so hard that I almost died. That bastard. He said he'd kill me, so why didn't he? Ah, gosh, that hurts. Doctor. Should I have just killed him earlier? He ruined everything. This round has deviated so much from what I used to know. There's so little information that I can use. I can't save the world like this. Jeez. The reason the leader of the Salvation Church defeated me was that I used Time Layer for too long in this round. It was a mistake to train there for 100 years. What terrible regresses depression. Just for losing one fight? Maybe it's because he's been attacked mentally. I lost because my mentality had been damaged permanently during that time. Or maybe it was because I failed to obtain the Absolute Throne. Maybe it would be best if I started all over again. That hurt like hell, you prick! Ah! You asked me to hit you as hard as I could. You managed to do what you were trying to do. Yes, he did. So, that's what happened. What will you do now? I haven't thought about it yet, but things are looking up for us. The woman you call Sangha must be important to you, so you need to find her as soon as possible. Is the leader of the Salvation Church holding her captive? Probably so. Nonetheless, things are looking very hopeful. Why do you keep saying that? Jinchuk! We can save the world. You know that, right? What the hell are you talking about? So, here's what I mean. Oh, maybe I made it too obvious. If my guess is correct, Nirvana wouldn't have laid a hand on Sangha. If they are the Nirvana that I know of. Wait, you... Do you know about the Reincarnator as well? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Well, you see,
You two seem to be a lot closer now.
the King of Beauty! Perfect timing! That's not true. How are you doing anyway?
Thanks to you, I'm doing fine. Although I almost ended up joining the Salvation Church.
King of Beauty. Oh no, King of Beauty. I think I might be in need of your help. Could you find all my friends who have been scattered? Before they were brainwashed into joining. Before they become brainwashed into joining the Salvation Church.
What do you want, you insect? Get off me, you mongrel!
This really is my land. Is it though? I want to stay there. Damn it. You mean Peaceland? Fortunately, everyone was nearby. Supreme King, please, accept us. We have heard so much about you. We can't save the world even if we had truckloads of people like them. I guess regression is the only way. The Supreme King isn't feeling too good, so get lost. Who's that supposed to be? Do you wanna die? I think he's called the Ugly King. The Ugly King. It looked like the Ugly King was stronger.
Don't worry, Doctor. Looks aren't the only all there is to a man. I still think you're handsome, mister.
You idiot, are you blind? He just went to finish them off until the Supreme King did everything. That must be right. Oh look, a demonic beast. Or beast. A giant monster. It's tier 6. Come to think of it, there was also a scenario here as well. The seventh scenario, monster hunting. It was a special scenario, open for new and old incarnations who didn't get to go to Peaceland. But was there a tier 6 monster in the 7th scenario?
I'm sorry, but the 7th scenario is already over. You guys must have come while the rewards were being calculated. It was all over by then. The leader of the Salvation Church received the highest reward. Then, where did that thing come from?
Monsters don't go around in packs starting from 6th tier. What the hell are they? Here they come again! This way! Everyone! Something doesn't feel right. Something like this doesn't happen in the 3rd round of the novel. Not in the 4th, 5th, or even the 10th round. Constellation Secret Plotter is eager to see your power of reasoning in action. I seem to be missing something important. Yeah, this isn't the 3rd round. Think, Doctor. When did this scenario appear in the novel? Your memory is enhanced due to your personal attribute. But this is called unreadable, bro.
This is an announcement for all the incarnations of the Soul Dome. The monsters must have startled you, didn't they? As you may have expected, the scenario has begun. The next scenario has now begun. We wanted to give you some time to rest, but what a pity. However, this scenario isn't run by the Dokkaebi. It's an automated scenario.
A new main scenario has arrived. Main scenario 8. The strongest sacrifice. Survive the onslaught of monsters. Be cautious as the levels of monsters increases every 4 hours. Time limit. Reward. Penalty for failure. Death. There are additional clear conditions. Hints for the additional clear conditions will be revealed once every 4 hours.
Oh, and tier 6 is just the beginning. After 4 hours, tier 5 will come, and 4 will come after 4 more hours.
What? You can't run a scenario like that? It doesn't state the time limit.
Time limit? Such a thing doesn't exist.
The sudden appearance of Nirvana, the leader of the Salvation Church.
It's because all of you have gotten so strong.
Junhyuk Yu and his group had gotten much stronger than in the third round of the novel. I remember something like this happening in Twisar once.
My goodness, the Korean incarnations have gotten so strong to the point of breaking the balance. This is a scenario that activates automatically when the incarnation of a certain Domer had become too strong. There are only 2 ways to get through the scenario.
Additional clear condition. Pick one. The death of half the incarnations in Seoul Dome. Current number. 107,624.
There are so many of you still alive. Good thing there's an even number of you.
Oh, you can't do this to us! You're just asking us to die, you damn Dokkaebi!
Calm down, there's a second condition.
The death of the strongest incarnation in Seoul Dome. The strongest incarnation? What? What's that supposed to be? You should tell us who it is!
I can't tell you that. It would make it absolutely no fun. I'm sure whoever is the strongest knows who they are. Well then, happy searching!
I feel like it isn't actually Jinhyuk. I feel like it isn't Jinhyuk. I don't know, I just get this weird feeling that it's not that blatantly obvious. I get the feeling that right now, Nirvana might be stronger than Jinhyuk is. And it might all work out. And they might not have to kill half of Seoul. You know? We'll make this the last one for today, I think. Just as nice.
The round end point.
Yeah, I have a feeling that that could be either. It's either going to be Junhyuk, the obvious choice, rather like the choice that is like expected to be Nirvana or Dokja. One of the 3. What? What do they mean by that? Strongest incarnation?
This can get a little boring, so I'll give you a hint.
Hint 1. The 10th strongest incarnation in the Seoul Dome is currently Naval Commander Ji-Hai Lee. Whoa.
What? No way. I'm only the 10th strongest? Well then, I wish you the best of luck.
Everything's wrong. It's finally come to this. A scenario I don't know about has appeared. Come on, Jinhyuk. I can't think of a way to correct this. I guess I'll have to regress and start anew. Damn it! If you do, what about me? Episode 157, chapter 28. The Strongest Sacrifice, Part 1. Also, we didn't get to see the result of Dokja's omniscient reader, you know, him, looking into the events of the story.
Phew. I guess I can finally rest now. The second wave's in 4 hours, right?
That was just the first wave. But it ended up killing 1/10 of the population here. Dad! Please! Wake up! Dad! Someone help! Seems more likely that killing half the population is going to be easier. Hey, Jinhyuk. We need to talk. Personal skill, character profile is activated. There's too much information about this character. Converting character profile to character summary. Spawn constellation. Regressor, 3rd round, mythic. Pro gamer, rare. Supreme king, heroic. Yeah, as we've seen. Progression, reincarnation. Supporting constellation is still hidden. Another reason why, even in Twisar. Even Twisar never revealed who Jinhyuk's starting constellation was until the very end. I hoped that it would be revealed in the epilogue, but I didn't get to read Twisar's epilogue, unfortunately. He is more immune to the rules of probability than any other constellation I know, and it has the power to spin the wheel of time to trick the other constellations. The constellation who never gave Jinhyuk any stigma other than regression until Twisar ended. What on earth could it be? So, there's a way to kill Nirvana? Jeez, he's so impatient. Why don't we take a little break first? This place has a great view! What are you playing at? Nothing. Just the view. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah. Well, it used to be, didn't it? It's all bound to perish this someday anyway. But it's still something you have to protect. You know nothing, Doctor. Actually, I do. What? Jinhyuk's goal is to stop the end of the world. Ironically, he could always give up on his world in order to achieve his goal. To be able to regress whenever would mean the death that To be able to regress whenever would mean that death is meaningless for you. But when death becomes meaningless, so does your life. You don't know anything. Get a grip, Jinhyuk. Don't fool yourself into thinking that things will get better if you keep repeating everything. Sure, you can do better than now when you reach your 4th round. But that could also not be the case. Don't tell me you've already forgotten about the theater dungeon. If I hadn't shown up then, you would have... With repeated regressions, things do get better. There were many unexpected incidents this round. But the next round is sure to go much better. Why? Because you become privy to more of what is to come in the future? The pathetic belief that things would get better with each regression. The impulse to give up when something goes wrong, no matter how small it is. These are the symptoms of regressive depression. Right. You say what you say might actually be true. Things could be better. If you keep regressing 10 or even 20 more times, you'll experience more scenarios and know more about the future. But the problem is, when you finally manage to save the world, what do you mean? Do you really think you can say that you saved the world, then? You think you could say that when you've ended up regressing hundreds of times? There's no way I'd be regressing that much. Could it be? You still have nightmares, don't you? Salvation won't come to you, even if you manage to save the world. Because the worlds you abandoned will come back at you the moment you save this world. So do your best in this chapter. Now. Yu-Sung was broken because she had to wander those countless years. A worse fate awaits you. Ask yourself, how much you've changed from when you first started. That's... Abandoning this round won't make the next round any better. It very well might be the case that this world you're about to abandon could be the only world where you can live to see the end as a human being. That's right, Jinhyuk. Think. What would happen to me if you were to regress? Character, Jinhyuk Yu's mental state has recovered a little.
Hey, don't push! I told you not to push! Ah, come on. I was curious what they were talking about. You be the only one to hear them.
You just don't step in on the conversation among men.
And my foot.
Conversation about Jinhyuk's eyes are flashing. We're coming up with a plan for this scenario. We weren't even talking for that long, and they try to eavesdrop on us.
Plan? What plan?
Conversation to monitor of fire is disappointed. The most powerful incarnation must die in order for the scenario to end. Don't mind me. What's wrong with him? Why is he looking at me as he's saying that? He's giving me the creeps. I was thinking about that.
We were just talking about that as well. So, who's the strongest incarnation?
No doubt it's me. Of course. Someone as proud as him would never consider to think that I'm the strongest. Hey, wait. If the scenario ends when the strongest incarnation dies, and you think you're the strongest here, are you going to kill yourself? Don't get angry, YouTube. The scenario could be stopped if I died. Damn it, his regressive depression is actually starting to make it look kind of cool. Damn you, protagonist. But isn't that a bit rash? How can you be sure that you're the strongest? There's also me and...
Don't tell me you're serious right now.
I was just throwing out names. What I mean is that Nirvana could be stronger than Jun-Hyuk. We did have trouble finding them earlier.
Is that true, Master?
It is. They and I are like polar opposites.
No way. Someone's actually stronger than Master? What do you think? What do you think they base this ranking on? Strength? Or maybe they mean someone who would actually win in a fight?
I'm thinking that they have some way of rating an incarnation's overall combat power. But that could change once a fight takes place between two parties.
Come to think of it, I think I recall Dokkaebi from earlier saying, whoever the strongest is, they'd already know themselves, is what it said. Jun-Hyuk, did anything out of the ordinary happen? Maybe Dokkaebi told you something?
Well, not that I know of. I guess we still don't know anything for certain. Consider it a good thing. No one here wants Jun-Hyuk to die. Right. But now it would be wise for us to assume that Nirvana is the strongest here and join forces to fight them.
But if it is revealed that the Supreme King is actually the strongest...
We'll worry about that later. Indeed they will. Yeah, it seems like they've gone down the line of thinking that I thought about. Of Nirvana being the strongest. But yes, we will leave that there. Nearly an hour. Yeah, pretty good set of chapters. I'm very much looking forward to where things go. Looking forward to seeing what's going on with Sanka. Although from the little thumbnail images I got down, I think I know the answer. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, all around, pretty good. The scene between Hyunsong and Huiwon is very nice. Very sweet. And also Hyunsong being badass. Hell yeah. We love that for him. Anyway, with that out of the way, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and I hope to get you all next time for another video. Ta-ta. Bye now.